I would say, especially in early teen years, I've been affected more by the people I watch online than my parents, peers, friends, or teachers, and I think a lot of my generation could agree with that. The difference arises in who and what I watched. I watched creators who promoted rational and individual thinking. I watched creators who encouraged people to learn from their own opinions through viewing things from their own and others' perspective, instead of just consuming information and regurgitating it as gospel. Think Jeden Animations with their great advice on staying healthy, physically and mentally, Markiplier and Jacksepticeye with their positive, healthy messages, MatPat with his encouragement to do your own research and discover things that interest you. These are people who are spreading rational ways of thinking, and some of them are people who I've been watching for more than 40% of my life. And I feel like at the very least I've become a rational and individual person with a relatively healthy mental state. The reason I bring all this up is to make a point on how much what kids and teenagers watch affect their decisions and personality. And that is where the real problem arises, because unfortunately most of what kids are watching is not exactly prodding their imagination or encouraging them to form a healthy mental state. From what I understand, most of what my generation is watching and creating are these talentless copies of other videos and dances. And don't get me wrong, there are funny videos on TikTok, sure. There are funny memes and creative people. But far too much of it is this disconnected, shitty, insincere way to give emotionally developing children an unhealthy way to feel noticed. Teenagers, and children, more so females, biologically seek some kind of social approval, whether they like it or not. So some teenagers, who haven't gotten a healthy amount of approval, see people their age get thousands of views on TikTok or what have you, so they reenact and repeat whatever shitty dance to whatever shitty song will get those numbers up, even if it means dressing like this on camera. But when those numbers go up, a lot of the time they are filled with this pride. They often subconsciously get this false ego that they gain from doing something that's uncreative and disconnected from their personality. And if those numbers don't go up, you get the opposite result, where someone could feel even more alone and even more unloved. TikTok and similar platforms are essentially making getting seemingly famous really easy and putting it in the hands of emotionally developing children, which is what we are, children. And at that maturity, we don't have the proper mental development to handle being famous or be denied being famous. Giving young people that power is making them form self-esteems that are way too high and way too low. Their emotional development on a subconscious level is being seriously stunted by social media, which I think is one of the reasons you see so many adults acting like children nowadays. What's frustrating for me, I think, is when I see the older generations looping our age group into the TikTokers, because most of the time when they see us, that's what we're doing. And it angers me beyond belief when I get looped in with this foolish toxic cycle of electronic dependency for deceptive validation. If you're watching this, you're probably in my age group. So to you I say, think for yourself. Ask yourself questions as to why you do what you do. What do you truly gain? And stop chasing who you want to be and ask yourself who you are now. Find what you like about what you have right now instead of wishing you have something you don't. And with that, this is the Stay at Home Ghost, signing off. Good night.